We just talk entertainment. Share and subscribe.
Hey guys, welcome to Entertainment Talk Nation. This is Rob. This video, we're going to do some Walking Dead Season 5, and it's time for some death predictions. Yes. So, as I've said in my past videos, once the trailer was out from Comic-Con, which it is, we'll definitely start talking a little bit more Walking Dead, definitely get into some of a little bit more detailed topics. And in this case, we're going to do death predictions. Everybody does them, right, on YouTube, pretty much. So I will be no exception to that rule. So let's go over the list of characters. As far as I can remember, these are pretty much... Let me grab my pen here, because I'm going to check these people off as we go. Alright, so, Rick, Carl, Michonne, Daryl, Carol, Tyrese, Judith, Beth, Glenn, Maggie, Abraham, Rosita, Eugene, Sasha, Bob, Tara, Father Gabriel, Gareth. I put Morgan there, but, you know, we'll see how that works out. And then there's Sam, okay? And as you guys, some of you guys might know, some of you guys might not. But Sam was the gentleman in Season 4 who was with the girl with the injured leg. This was the episode where Rick had banished Carol, and they found the girl dead, but they don't know what happened to Sam. Well, it turns out Sam was spotted on the trailer. They didn't show his face, but compared to another picture of Sam from Season 4, same tank top, same skin complexion, pretty much looks like him. So if that is him, which I feel confident that it is, if you guys have seen the picture comparison, then you know, I'm going to put him on this list. Now, I think that's pretty much got everybody covered. And then, obviously, there's a lot more people at Terminus. If you want to put down Mary, we can do that, or we'll put her down. But outside of that, I don't know any other primary characters. We know that Father Gabriel's a new character. So I think this is pretty much the list we got. And everybody else is pretty much zombie fodder. Could die at any time and nobody would care. So let's start with Rick. No, Rick's not going. I don't think he's going anywhere. Especially this season. It sounds like that he's going to be on some old crazy shit. Carl, I'm going to say no as well. I think he's safe. Michonne, I think now would be a bad time to get rid of her, considering that they've opened up her story a little bit. So I'm going to put her on no as well. Daryl. Now, Daryl's interesting because this is one person that me, myself, could see going and staying for almost the same reason. Staying because he's one character, obviously a lot of fans love him. He's very, very popular. But also not staying because he's not in the comic. Staying because of the fact that he's not in the comic as well. So he brings a new element to the show that he, obviously his presence not being in the comic, there's nothing for him to bring there. So the only reason I would ever see them getting rid of Daryl is for shock factor and because he's not in the comic. And they're coming along a pretty important part of the comic where we all know they're going to make themselves their way to Washington, D.C., and eventually they're going to have to, down the road, probably 2 seasons from now, deal with Negan, which is something everybody's looking forward to. But I don't think he's going to go this year. I don't think this is his year. So we're gonna put him on a no. I predicted his death last year, much to many people's dislike. I mean, it's a prediction, guys. It doesn't mean I want the guy to die. I like Daryl very much. Okay, so Carol. Now this is kind of weird because she's changed so much over the course of the last 4 years that you would think that now's the time not to kill her. But here's the thing. Carol is pretty much the primary caretaker of Beth. Excuse me, not Beth, Judith, when Beth is not around. And it looks like Beth is not going to be around on the early going, so I'm going to see Carol taking care of Judith. What does this mean? Well, see, I think Judith, for me, is always going to be on the chopping block because she's a baby. And it's going to be hard to survive a zombie apocalypse with a baby. Now, we all know in the comics how Judith died along with her mom. So there's a chance they could repeat that. So the only reason I'm putting Carol as a yes is because she's going to be the caretaker of Judith, who I'm giving a yes to. Now, that could switch over if they make it to Beth, and Beth returns as being the primary caretaker for Judith, then I'm going to put Beth as a yes. But we'll have to see how that plays out. So that's Carol. Tyrese, you know, I would say no, but Tyrese, for me personally, as much as I like the character, and I do, he hasn't had the kind of impact that I expected. In fact, we don't really know too much about Tyrese. You know what I mean? He's a cool character, Hammer Time and all that, but I don't know. I don't think he's developed story-wise into the kind of character that they hope for. So I have a feeling he's going to go. And technically, if you read the comic, spoilers, so if you don't want to hear this, either fast forward a little bit or shut off the video, whatever. But by now in the comic, he's already dead. All right, that was supposed to be him in Herschel's place when the governor chopped his head off. So I'm going to put a yes for Tyrese. Just because I don't, unless they flesh out his character this year, if that starts to develop, then I don't think he's going to go. All right, so now moving on to Judith, who I already told you, she's always going to be on the chopping block for me. So we'll move on from there. No pun intended with Terminus, guys, by the way. Beth, yeah, she's another one that I think is a possibility. I think because everybody cares about her so much right now and where she is and what her situation is, I think now would probably be the best time for her to get the axe. So I'm going to say yes on Beth. And if Beth is with Judith, if and when that happens, then I'm going to say that's a combo kill. I have a feeling that's going to be both of them at the same time. So we'll see how that works out. Glenn, I'm going to say no. I know a lot of people are spreading rumors, or there's a rumor going around that he's supposed to die. I don't see it yet. I don't want to get into too many spoilers of the comic, but if they want certain things to play out the way it does in the comic, then you're going to need Glenn around. And I think that's only a benefit more than anything. So I'm going to say no on Glenn. Same thing with Maggie. I'm going to go no on that. I think they're going to let that little love, hope ride for a while to keep people watching. Well, not watching, but, to keep that feeling of hope. Abraham, not yet. No way. Just got there. Same with Rosita and same with Eugene. So I'm going to say no to the new pack. No on Rosita, Abraham, and Eugene. Sasha, yes. But that's a personal thing. Yeah, I definitely think, and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying all these people are going to die at the same time, because I'm bound to get most of these, if not all of them, wrong. But these are people who I could see dying this year. It doesn't mean that I'm saying all of them are going to die at the same time. That would be a lot. But I do see these characters being offed, one of them at least. So we're going to go with Sasha, just because I don't know. I'm just going to say Sasha just because. Bob, well, if you saw my last video where the first 40 seconds of the trailer where you see Bob pleading and making a case to Gareth about the trip to Washington, and then like a scene later, like 10 seconds later, they show Gareth talking to Rick with this grin on his face, and he's holding Bob like this, and you see Bob like this with Gareth's hand on his neck, and he could be knocked out, but I'm going to go with dead just for the heck of it. Tara, I think Tara served her purpose already. I think her purpose was to help Glenn get to Maggie. She did that. So I think she definitely has a legitimate chance. She's going to be one of two things. Either she's going to die, or she's going to be one of those new breakout characters that most shows have at least once a season. Like last year, it was Carol's breakout season. Even though she's been there for a while, that was really her season for me personally. I think she did a fantastic job. So I'm going to say Tara's a goner. Because as far as I know right now, without seeing season 5, she's already served her purpose. She got Glenn to Maggie, and that's it. Her sister's dead. Okay, she said that on the show when she was talking to Glenn. She saw all the zombies converging on her sister. Her niece is dead. The governor's dead. Not that she'd want to hang out with him again. And she's in, the other part of the group that wasn't with her, once they realized who she was with or who she is, she doesn't have many friends, if any. So I don't think she serves any purpose anymore. But again, they could bring a story for her, and who knows. Father Gabriel, that's a tough one because he's debuting on the show. They changed so many things from the comics, but I'm gonna go with a yes on this one. I think, but late in the season. I'm talking like towards the end. So yes, Gareth definitely. Gareth will be dead before the mid-season break. That's a definite. Now, I don't know. Now, I put Morgan on this list, but really, I haven't researched anything about Morgan. So I don't even know if he's going to be on this season, if he's signed up for anything. I don't know what the rumor mill has said. So I'm just going to leave that as a question mark. And because I like Morgan. Everybody loves Morgan. And part of the reason I really haven't looked into that is because if he does come back, I kind of want it to be a surprise. But, who knows? I think even by accident, I would have heard about it by now. So I'm betting he's probably not going to be around. And if he's not, that's going to suck because he's supposed to go to Washington with the group. So, but hopefully he's around. Sam. Now, Sam, as I said in the early part of the video, the character they met season 4 in the house with the girl with the banged up leg, she gets eaten, he gets away. So he turns back up in Terminus. I don't think he's going to make it out of Terminus. I think he's going to play a pivotal role in the first 8 episodes. He's going to be one of those guys that helps the group out, earns his spot, and either sacrifices himself to save someone else, or kind of like a T-Dog thing, where he's trying to do something and he gets bitten by behind, or he goes to save somebody and gets shot. I see him kind of playing out like that. I don't see him becoming a permanent member of the group, but I see him playing a pivotal role in the escape from Terminus and ending that chapter. I just think that his story ends with Terminus. So I'm going to say yes on Sam. And then finally, Mary, I think she's going to be gone too. All of Terminus will be gone. So lots of yeses on my list, but as I said, that's not because I think all these people will die at the same time. I just think that these are the characters that have a chance to die this year, this season rather. So I have Carol, Tyrese, Judith, Beth, Sasha, Bob, Tara, Father Gabriel, Gareth, Sam, and Mary. Those are the people I think they're going to bite the bullet or kick the bucket, if you will, this season on season 5 of Walking Dead. But as I said, not all of them. Just any one, at least one of those guys are the people I think are going to go. Anyway, so that's it. What do you guys think? Who do you think is going to bite the dust this year on this season on Walking Dead? Mention in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you agree with some of my selections or if you don't. And that's it. This is Rob signing off for ETN, where we don't do news, we just talk entertainment. Take it easy.
Thank you for watching ETN. Don't forget to subscribe and join the Nation Facebook page. You're watching ETN, where we don't do news, we just talk entertainment. Share and subscribe.
Hey guys, welcome to Entertainment Talk Nation. This is Rob. This video, we're going to do some Walking Dead Season 5, and it's time for some death predictions. Yes. So, as I've said in my past videos, once the trailer was out from Comic-Con, which it is, we'll definitely start talking a little bit more Walking Dead, definitely get into some of a little bit more detailed topics. And in this case, we're going to do death predictions. Everybody does them, right, on YouTube, pretty much. So I will be no exception to that rule. So let's go over the list of characters. As far as I can remember, these are pretty much... Let me grab my pen here, because I'm going to check these people off as we go. Alright, so, Rick, Carl, Michonne, Daryl, Carol, Tyrese, Judith, Beth, Glenn, Maggie, Abraham, Rosita, Eugene, Sasha, Bob, Tara, Father Gabriel, Gareth. I put Morgan there, but, you know, we'll see how that works out. And then there's Sam, okay? And as you guys, some of you guys might know, some of you guys might not. But Sam was the gentleman in Season 4 who was with the girl with the injured leg. This was the episode where Rick had banished Carol, and they found the girl dead, but they don't know what happened to Sam. Well, it turns out Sam was spotted on the trailer. They didn't show his face, but compared to another picture of Sam